All right, welcome back to the channel. So today's fun project, we're gonna go ahead and gold leaf this. We're gonna use a special mix, uh, and we're gonna make this look like gold, and we're gonna make these look like gold. So, uh, first thing you want to do, sand it down. I've already sanded this one down. Now we're gonna mix chemical. We're gonna clean it, make sure it's nice and clean. This is actually a foam piece made out of foam, polyurethane foam, and then it's got like a plaster on top of it. So it's really nice and smooth, and it should come out really, really nice. These, on the other hand, are just straight wood. They're going to be real nice, but they're not going to be as smooth as this one. But you'll see the difference. They'll still look really good. And that's the way we were meant to do these. We want these to look like, a little rougher, and then this one's obviously going to be smoother. That's why we got this one. So we're going to go ahead and finish sanding this one down. This is a scuff pad. This is probably a 600 grit. I'm going to go ahead and finish it, clean it, get it ready, tape it up to the board. This is where I paint. And then we're going to go from there. All right, so stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like, notification bell. If you wanted to know some of the paint techniques that I've been using or do, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make this a mixed up video, so we're going to have fun. All right, so like I said, for this particular job, I'm doing these square floral designs. I'm doing this little insert. It's for a different project. And I'm doing this little shelf, which basically we will be gold leafing. All of these are going to be the same color gold with a hint of airbrush brown. It's pretty cool, but it'll look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and clean them up real quick. I've already sanded it down, and then I'll be using this bulldog to go ahead and get the paint to stick. Alrighty, here we go. So we're gonna spray this stuff. This helps it stick. It's an adhesive promoter. You probably don't need it for the wood. Definitely need it for this metal piece right here. You see that? Okay. And I definitely want to spray some on this. There you go. We're gonna let that dry for about 10 minutes. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right. All right, so this right here is DBC 500. It's a urethane base clear. It's transparent, and the mix ratio is 1:1. It's really good stuff. So for the amount that I need, I'm gonna probably mix it to about 2. And the reason why is because I want it to be thick, and I am gonna put a lot of gold. So I don't want to waste it either. I don't like wasting this stuff. It's pretty pricey. So I'm going to start with 2. I'll start with a couple coats, and then if we need another coat, I'll mix another 1 part, and then we'll go from there. So right now, this, like I said, this is a 1:1 part. It's really good stuff, and I'm using a DT870 reducer, so it should dry really fast. And since I'm not really shooting it that thick, it should be really, really quick. All right, so here we go. So as you can see, when you're pouring, you just got to make sure that you hit that number right there. You're going to go to 2. See that? Right there, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and do the reducer. And it does the same thing. Let me close this up real quick. So then this right here, I'm going to go all the way to 2. All right, and that's your 2:2, the 1:1 part, only 2 mix. And as you can see, it's clear. Now, before you say anything, since I am using the same gold, I tend to clean my cup, but I also use a strainer, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Now, my mix, I always write my weird mixes down. It's a 15 base, but we're not using a 15. We're just going straight to 21. And then these are my golds. As you can see, that's my 21. Very nice. Now, all right, so this gold, this is a 21 right here. Now, depending on how gold you want it, you either put a little bit or you put a lot. As you can see right now, it has a little faint gold, and you could barely see it. Now, this would be really nice if you were adding it to maybe like a black base, or like a blue base, and you wanted like a radiance. That's it. But I need this thing, I need it to be super gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour just a big chunk of it in there. and as you can see, it's powdery, but you mix it and then you end up with the desired look. Now I want it to be super gold, so I could already tell you just by looking at it, it's not enough. um there it goes. House of Color used to have a silver that was like this, and that silver they used it for the Harley Davidsons, the '03, the 100th anniversary Harley Davidsons. It was like a very, very fine silver, but it looked really, really nice, kind of like satin, but chromy look. That's kind of what this is. It gives you the same effect. You see that? So depending on how you spray it, it reflects and changes. So we're gonna do one coat right now. We're gonna see how it reflects, and then if we have to, we'll come back in and do more gold. So we'll try it out. So for projects like this, I always bring out the bad boy. This is my SATA. It's one of my favorite guns. Very lightweight. It's an older gun, but it works really nice. And usually the way it works is you know, you have a filter. I got my filter for moisture. You got to definitely have one of those. You have your air control, paint control, your fan right here. This is your fan control. This is your paint control. Simple. And then always use a strainer. You see that right there? Okay. You definitely want to use a strainer when you're painting chemicals or using very fine paints. Even water-based. I use strainers for everything. I don't care. And then we're going to go ahead and pour it in there. Make sure it doesn't fall. All right. Now, I dropped a little. I'm trying to show you what this looks like. And you see that? Huh. That's crazy. All right, so that's just to show you how nice this stuff is. As soon as it touches anything, bam, gold. It's like gold member. I like gold. Yep. All right, so get a glimpse of what it might look like. Look at that. That's crazy. Huh? It's pretty cool, huh? All right. You could also see what it looks like on this paper, on the strainer. You see that? Very nice. Okay. We're going to go ahead and spray it, and then we're going to get ready to rock and roll. All right, so as you can see, it is looking very nice. So yeah, guys, this is how you basically paint, uh, I guess you could say 24 karat gold to make it look like real gold. As you can see, it has a really nice reflection. Very nice. This one here, it's kind of a pain because I have to get a screw. That's why I'm wearing a glove. I got to put the screw in there, lift it so I can also paint the bottom. Make sure the bottom gets painted. You see that? So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna do one more coat and then we're gonna finish it up. All right, so for this particular job, I want the gold to look a little bit antique. So what we're gonna do is I take a little bit of this pigment paint. So I take these two colors from the golden pigments. Obviously you gotta shake them really good. These are ready to airbrush. I'm gonna drop them in the airbrush. I mix them 50-50 and that gives me a really nice antique look. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spray these with the airbrush. All right, so here's my baby. It's an Iwata Eclipse. Pretty decent little airbrush. Does a lot of cool stuff. And it's easy to use. I have a quick connect. I run the quick connect mechanism on there with the quick connect hose. So it's easier to take out and in. It's got the top cap. So I'll be mixing the paint straight. This is ready to spray. Just mix it in there, shake it a little bit, and then we'll spray it. All right, so this is what the color looks like. See that? It's like a very faint brown. So you don't want to do a lot of it, but usually I put some in little areas and that'll give me a, I guess, gold look or an antique gold, kind of what I want. My regulator broke on my compressor, so I got to get a new regulator. See that? It's very faint. I don't need a lot. I'm just trying to give it a quick antique look. There you go. Same thing with this one. We're gonna do that. Now right here on the seashell, I wanna line it up a little here and there. This is a pigment and it's kind of transparent, so it doesn't really change your color, I guess, too much. It just adds like a tone to it. And because of the DBC 500 that we spray on there, it's kind of like a base clear. It already kind of gives it a, I guess, a clear coat, if you want to say. So it's pretty much ready to spray. You don't really need to do a lot to it. I'm just going to do the edges on this. You see that? Just so it'll have a little bit of a color. I'll show it to you what it looks like right now. But I don't want to overdo it. And it's, I mean, I can probably come back in with a little bit of gold. And, but you see, you could already tell the difference. It has a different reflection already. So, as you can see, like I said, my spray is pretty good. It's just a little bit here and there. It doesn't have to be too harsh. And that's it. I think it looks pretty good. And that's what we're doing. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. It's quick. It's a quick little lesson. All right, so as you can see, there's the brown on the edge, and this is what it looks like when the light's not directly hitting on it. You see how it has a really nice gold effect to it, and then that little bit of brown gives it just that tone of gold that you need to make it look antique. And then these, they look really nice with the gold, as you can see. Depending on the reflection, they also have a really nice color. The camera's having a really hard time showing you the color because I guess it's reflecting so much that it's having an issue with the color. That's what I think. Anyways, guys, that's a quick little spray lesson on how to paint 24 karat gold. But as you can see, it's all really nice. It looks really good. I'm pretty happy with it, and we'll see. I'll see you at the next project. I'll try to make a couple of these videos here and there, just because I'm always painting some really weird stuff and I'm always using some pretty intricate paint. So remember, this is the stuff that I use. I use the metallic powder 21, number 21. This is the DBC 500 and the DT 870, which is 1-1. You can put as much as you want of this stuff, just depending on how you spray. I'm using a SATA gun with a, you know, just a regular, you know, filter, water filter. But this stuff, like I said, you know, it's used in the automotive industry for blending paint and blending after you sand down. If you want to blend a color, you put some of this stuff in there and then you blend into your old color to the new color. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty pricey, but it does some really cool stuff. All right, guys, make sure to subscribe, hit the like, notification bell. I'll be doing some other cool stuff, so make sure to stick around. Go check out my other videos and check out the online store. Be safe.